Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand?
I'm concerned.
I've done that shit with girlfriends.
He got tapes. He got tapes. This nigga's on audio saying he got tapes and pictures of you and that he can expose it at any time. I'm concerned. I'm gonna want to do something.
Like a hoopty with jumping cables, it won't start. My Webster Ave niggas was eager to let the chrome spark. Doing juxes at the skate key, they from the old Bronx. Don't know what part of Brooklyn you from, but I'm from the cold part. Beef and broccoli Timberlands give you a steel toe stomp.
Welcome back to your daily dose of scandal and glamour. Let's spill the tea on today's biggest celebrity stories. The internet is in full meltdown mode, and Remy Ma, Papoose, and rising boxing champ Claressa Shields are right in the center of the chaos. What started as quiet whispers about cheating exploded into a full-blown digital brawl that makes Zeus Network look like bedtime TV. At first, folks thought it was just messy gossip, until things really spiraled. Papoose, once seen as Remy's ride or die, is now at the center of an ugly situation. And baby, this ain't just about heartbreak, it's war. Word is, Papoose sent a wild, steamy tape of him and Claressa straight to Remy's inbox. Yeah, that kind of tape. And guess what? Remy allegedly clapped back by leaking it. Straight up revenge gone viral. Now the streets are calling it bitter, dirty, and way too personal. What once looked like black love goals just turned into a public slugfest. And trust, the only one cashing in on this chaos might be the Shade Room. But let's not act like this is all entertainment. There's a young girl caught in the middle of this mess, and things are only getting nastier from here. Because this drama, it's just getting started. We've got shady posts, digital snipes, a custody showdown playing out like a chess match, and now this leaked video that turned everything into a viral disaster. And while fans were still trying to catch their breath, Papoose made his next move. Remember when he held Remy down through her prison sentence? Waited 6 whole years for her? Yeah, well, that version of Papoose is gone. He's officially traded in his patient prince image. Last week, he dropped the hammer on Instagram, filing for divorce months ago, back in May, and doing it all quiet until now. He wanted the world to know this time, and with that tape allegedly flying through inboxes, things just got explosive, and it's only the first round. Papoose hit Instagram trying to play the heartbroken husband card, but the way he told it, Remy Ma was the villain of the story. He painted her as a narcissist who cheated right in front of their daughter and claimed this wasn't even the first time she disrespected him like that. And turns out, this wasn't a brand new narrative. Months ago, he already hinted at it in his Instagram stories. He wrote, "Sad to say that Remy Ma is a narcissist. She chose to cheat repeatedly. Now that I finally moved on, she's playing the victim. I've requested a divorce numerous times, but she'd rather chase clout on social media." But that wasn't all. In his most recent post, he doubled down, and this time he claimed he was the mastermind behind Remy's bars, said he wrote most of her music. Like, seriously? It was giving calculated, like he was laying down a sympathy path just before the next wave hit. But let's not forget, this is Remy Ma we're talking about. The same woman who once spit, "I'm conceited. I got a reason," and she came back swinging. She fired off with receipts, screenshots that looked like private convos between Claressa and Papoose. And it wasn't just flirty lines. There were dates, timestamps, full-blown messages that didn't match up at all with the divorce timeline. In one message, Claressa allegedly wrote, "I just want to be honest this time." Yeah, that hit different. But Remy wasn't done. Oh no. She hopped on IG Live for over an hour and ripped apart Papoose's whole victim narrative, brick by brick. His clean image shattered. Remy didn't hold back. She called Papoose insecure and jealous of her success. Said he fooled the public into thinking he was some selfless, perfect husband.
Pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. She had a certain individual she was locked up with. It's a female. I ain't think nothing of it. So I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them.
When behind the scenes he was pulling strings, playing mind games, and breaking her down emotionally. And while she didn't outright deny the cheating, she flipped the script. She called it a symptom, not the root. According to Remy, what people call infidelity was born out of years of emotional starvation, feeling small while constantly lifting him up, carrying the relationship on her back while being made to shrink herself in private. And then, out of nowhere, boom, here comes Claressa Shields. Now listen, we're not talking about some IG model. This is Claressa, a two-time Olympic gold medalist and undefeated boxing champ. She's loud, she's bold, and she does not take disrespect lightly. So when folks started calling her a homewrecker, she didn't duck the smoke. She ran toward it. Claressa stepped up and claimed her place. She admitted that she and Papoose had been together since mid-August, but insisted she didn't break up anything, because in her words, the marriage was already done. Then she dropped a bomb that shook social media. "Y'all mad at me for loving a man who said he wasn't loved at home." That line, it lit up timelines like fireworks. Suddenly it was number Team Remy versus Team Claressa all over the internet. Some folks accused Claressa of being young and reckless, falling for game and playing herself. Others said she was manipulated by a man who knew exactly what to say. Meanwhile, Papoose was silent until he wasn't. Just days later, he dropped a freestyle packed with heartbreak and betrayal, and every bar sounded like it was aimed straight at Remy. Not Papoose trying to wrap his pain in a freestyle like it was poetry, but let's be real, nobody was focused on the bars. The internet was too busy exploding over a brand new rumor that dropped like dynamite. People started whispering that Papoose didn't just randomly send that explicit video to Remy. He sent it weeks ago, and not as some broken-hearted confession. Nope, word on the street is, it was cold, calculated payback. Like, look what you made me do. Look who I got now. If true, that's not just messy. That's psychological warfare. And what happened next made that look like child's play. Because Remy, or someone in her close circle, allegedly hit back with force. The tape? Yeah, it didn't pop up on TMZ. It didn't hit YouTube. It slipped through the digital cracks like a ghost. Quick, graphic, and gone in seconds. But it left damage. Serious damage. It humiliated Claressa. It torched any chance of a clean breakup. And it confirmed what we already suspected. This wasn't a breakup. This was war. Still, Claressa Shields didn't flinch. She walked right into the heat with her chin high. Unfazed, unbothered. The blogs tried to drag her as a side chick, a home wrecker, a relationship wrecker. And then she tweeted, "We've been living our best life since August last year. I really enjoyed our private relationship for reasons like this. All these people judging the situation don't know nothing. Papoose was separated way before I came along. She didn't sound scared. She didn't sound sorry. Claressa came with straight confidence. And that's when the game changed, because her real power showed. She wasn't about to play the villain in anybody's love triangle. Right now, Claressa's the one standing tall in the middle of this chaos, and she's not hiding." Just days after the tape drama blew up the internet, Claressa hit the BET Awards red carpet like nothing could touch her. Hair laid, skin glowing, and that smile, unbothered.
Glowing, like you're glowing, and we know you've been very public with your new love in your life. He's right there. Hi, Papoose.
Papoose, what it do?
How does it feel having your relationship on display now in front of everybody?
Well, I've always been public in my relationships. I was taking a different route with Papoose because he is a celebrity, and I personally told myself I would never date celebrities.
She didn't just show up, she showed out, and she made it loud and clear. They're not ashamed of loving each other. This wasn't no side chick scandal. This was real to her. The messy parts, the painful parts, the public explosion. She embraced it all. Like this is life, not a fairy tale. That appearance wasn't just for the fans. It was a message to Remy's crew, to the Black Love fan base that once cheered on Remy and Pap. Claressa basically said, "I'm not hiding in anyone's shadow. I'm here and I'm next." And just like that, she rewrote the whole narrative. She didn't slink away like some side piece trying to save face. Nah, Claressa walked into the spotlight like she was always meant to be part of Papoose's next chapter. But let's rewind a second, because this feud didn't just start yesterday. Back in winter, Remy Ma already aired out some mess. She posted a screenshot of Papoose's phone calling him out for being reckless in her home. The caption, brutal. Papoose dumb. Fell asleep on the phone with Claressa Shields laying in my house. He refuses to leave this beast. Supposed to be a world champion boxer and gets scary. Hung up as soon as she heard my voice. Then she added, "Oh baby girl, you not the only one." Allegedly, Remy snapped those screenshots while Papoose was knocked out. And the messages she found? Far from sweet. In one of them, Claressa reportedly told Pap, "You take accountability." Yeah, so much for the perfect love story. One of the leaked messages from Claressa to Papoose showed just how deep this thing really went. She wrote, "You're the one who was married. If you can't even sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, the least you can do is let me know you made it home safe. You fell asleep in a Sprinter." Meanwhile, Remy wasn't staying quiet. She went on the offensive, accusing Claressa of trying to run a full-blown smear campaign against her. And her clapback? Straight from the trenches. I'm tired, and he would never mess with you 'cause you ugly. But don't worry, I saw everything. Now the world gonna see it since you so tough, boo. And just like that, things escalated again. More leaked messages between Claressa and Pap hit the internet, and Claressa was clearly panicking behind the scenes. One of the texts read, "I know you hate the internet games, but you need to do something today about this girl." Yep, this girl was Remy, and Claressa was stressing about her image, adding, "My PR team is gonna freak out when they see this." Then she got vulnerable, almost begging for emotional clarity from Pap. "I asked for gifts. I'm tripping. I said I liked flowers. I'm tripping. I want time set aside for me. I'm tripping. I don't even know how to feel. I'm just laying here feeling stupid." While Claressa was laying her heart out, Papoose, still playing the fence, no commitment, no clarity, just floating between both women and letting chaos do the talking. And then came Remy Ma's final blow, a cold, calculated message aimed straight at Claressa on her IG story. "If you just turned 30 and allegedly met someone 8 months ago that's 47,
He ain't never gonna show y'all his shit. Okay. He ain't show y'all mine, but it's one time he almost hit me and I said, man. but he punched really, really fast and hard. And I'm just happy that he loved the sport like I love boxing. So I don't think I can beat Pap up in the fight, but I also tell him, don't play with me."
who I've known since you were 10, who's got 4 kids, a 6-year-old baby, and is promising you a newborn. Baby girl, you're not in love, you're in denial. And with that, she cleared the whole timeline. "Please refrain from speaking." That's how one follower tried to shut things down. But baby, the drama was already at a full boil. Remy Ma and Papoose's feud had officially spilled out for the world to witness. And then came the BET Awards, where Claressa Shields hit the red carpet like she was the first lady of this new messy empire. Body odie on display, skin glowing, and Pap holding her hand like they were royalty walking into their reign. Meanwhile, Remy, she was noticeably absent. But don't get it twisted. Her absence made noise. She popped up on socials celebrating her birthday in Mexico, dripped out in bright orange, sipping cocktails and claiming to be living her best life, free from drama. If you believe that, you probably believe fairy tales too. Because while both Claressa and Remy were posting like queens unbothered, the internet was busy dragging. On June 9th, Claressa dropped a photo of her and Papoose at the BET Awards on X, and instantly, the shade came pouring in. One user sniped, "You know he has a daughter, right?" Claressa clapped back, "Yeah, that's my daughter too." Another troll wrote, "The fakest couple of the year. Just like I predicted with DDG and Hallie. This won't last. I give it 1.5 years max, and that's pushing it." Claressa fired back again, "We've been together a year already, dummy. But let's be real. How many more trolls can she clap back at before it starts eating at her peace?" And then someone hit the nerve that everyone else ignored. They dropped this in the replies, "Why do y'all prey on other people's downfalls?" It was a rare moment of clarity in the comment chaos. Because yeah, these are real people. And in the middle of all this digital warfare is a 6-year-old girl watching her whole world get ripped apart online. That little girl didn't sign up for this mess, but she's caught in it anyway. Now let's talk about the real MVP in this entire saga, little Reminisce Mackie. While the adults were out here throwing digital jabs and airing out heartbreaks, this bright, beautiful girl was out here graduating kindergarten like royalty, curls bouncing, smile shining so hard it could have healed the whole internet for a day. It was like the storm paused, just for her. Remy was the first to share the moment. She posted a carousel of heart-melting pics showing her mini-me dressed in all white, glowing like she just won a Grammy.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. And if you want to keep it a bean, if you want to tell the real story, I was on the whole opposite side from you. And I was just like, yo, I don't want to meet them.
The caption read, "My twin, Reminisce Mackenzie, graduated from kindergarten today. She is everything." Then Remy added the sweetest little anecdote. When we was taking the pic, she said, "No, over here, mommy. I want my face to be in the sun." Double sidebar, this little queen picks her own hairstyles and outfits down to the accessories, a whole personality already. And of course, Papoose wasn't about to be left out. He showed his softest, proudest side, posting a mix of fresh pics and baby throwbacks, calling Reminisce the most charismatic, amazing kid in the world. He signed off with a line that hit hard. "The best hood is fatherhood." For just a second, it felt like the old Remy and Pap were back. The ride or die couple we once rooted for on Love and Hip Hop. Not enemies caught in a messy digital divorce, but two parents standing side by side to honor their daughter. No pettiness, no subtweets, just pure love for their little girl. But don't get it twisted. This wasn't a reunion. It was a moment, a rare one. They showed up for their daughter because she deserved that, and it did mean something, especially when you remember that not too long ago, Papoose was online accusing Remy of spending Christmas cozied up with a battle rapper. So yeah, peace might have shown up for a day, but the war, still very much on. Let's not forget Easy the Block Captain, the one Remy was allegedly spending Christmas with while Pap played Santa solo at home. And when the drama hit the blogs, Easy didn't hide. He clapped back fast. He said, "I'm happy she moved on. I've been waiting like, yo, get the F out the crib." Meanwhile, Claressa Shields was out here throwing jabs of her own, literally. At one point, she even challenged Remy to settle things in the boxing ring. Just glove it out and be done with it. That's how tense this whole triangle has become.
Just put it out.
At this point, the girl leaked my number.
What? Your actual telephone number?
So at this point, you can give me $1, not from him.
But later, Claressa tried to dial it back, said she wasn't really about to throw hands over a man, because drama sells. According to her, it was just hype. But then she doubled down in an interview teaser warning. "Don't leave my number and I won't hunt you down." That didn't sound like someone over it. Then she accused Remy's people of leaking her private information. And speaking of leaks, things were just getting hotter. Let's rewind to the moment everything officially went nuclear. The tape. No, the full thing never hit TMZ. It didn't trend on Twitter or pop up on YouTube. But the whispers? Deafening. Everybody knew something got out. And if there's one person who loves to pour gas on an internet fire, it's Joe Budden. In a now viral podcast moment, Joe dropped a bomb that confirmed what so many were already suspecting behind the scenes. He said, "Papoose sent me a video of himself and Claressa doing the grown folks cha-cha, not as an apology, not even as a mistake, but as a power move. Straight psychological warfare. Phew." He said what everyone was thinking, but nobody had dared to say out loud. And now, the internet can't unhear it. Y'all really think about it for a second. After all those emotional, "I held you down in prison" speeches, all those loyalty-filled declarations from the man who once called Remy his queen, he allegedly hit send on a tape like that, and just when you think it couldn't get any messier, it did. Because just like Remy allegedly leaked Claressa's number out of pure spite, don't even act like that was an accident, she may have fired back with the ultimate digital grenade. That same tape, yes, that tape, supposedly got slipped back into the shadows of the internet. Not in a post, not in a press release, not even on a gossip site. Nah, it floated in like a ghost. Quick flash, no trace, but just enough to humiliate Claressa and burn every possible bridge. And now, Claressa's in full-blown defense mode. She's hopping on interviews, clapping back on Twitter, shutting down trolls like she's in the ring, throwing verbal punches, blocking every jab of disrespect, reclaiming her image like it's on the line. And here's the thing. No one's officially confirmed the tape exists, but let's not act brand new. This ain't coming out of thin air. It's following a pattern. The cheating accusations, the leaked DMs, the public call-outs, Claressa's private number going public. So honestly, is it that far-fetched to think a video was next? Because this ain't just pettiness, this is chess. And the energy? Straight up tit for tat. Whether it was revenge, rage, or some twisted power flex, it hit. The whole narrative flipped. Claressa went from side chick to look what your man did on camera. And Remy? She didn't need a post or a mic drop. That move alone was the final punch, at least for now. But in this saga, nothing stays buried for long. The next twist? Probably already loading. Let's talk about why this whole saga hit so deep. Because it ain't just about cheating, custody battles, or leaked tapes. This is about black love, the kind people grow up rooting for, the kind that's been praised, posted, memed, and mythologized. Remy and Papoose weren't just a couple, they were the couple. He waited 6 years while she was behind bars. She came home, they built a life, raised a beautiful daughter, and became the blueprint. People called them goals. No, icons. They were living proof that loyalty still existed in this game. But what happens when the fairy tale starts to crack? See, for so many black families, love isn't just romance. It's survival. It's built on loyalty, endurance, and the way the world sees you. So when it falls apart, It feels bigger than just a breakup. It feels like a cultural betrayal. That's why people weren't just mad at Remy for allegedly stepping out. They were hurt. Hurt that she might have shattered a symbol. And they're not just dragging Papoose for moving on. They're dragging him for how messy he did it. Public, petty, painful. And Claressa? She instantly became a symbol too. Not just the other woman, but the woman who walked straight into a sacred space and didn't flinch. Nobody wins when the myth dies. But maybe, just maybe, it's time we stop expecting black couples to carry the whole weight of the community on their shoulders. Maybe love can be real, raw, messy, and still mean something. So where do we go from here? Remy's out here posting sun-drenched vacation pics, rocking bikinis like heartbreak never touched her, serving unbothered, even if the internet knows better. And Papoose? He's playing quiet dad mode, laying low, burying feelings in freestyles, tucking heartbreak into his iPhone notes app. He still hasn't confirmed a thing, but one thing's for sure, this story ain't over yet. Papoose has denied the tape rumors, and staying silent might actually be the smartest move he's made this whole time. Sometimes silence hits harder than a statement, but Claressa, she's still moving loud. She's booking gigs, undefeated in the ring and on social media, clapping back in real time and refusing to fold. She went from Olympic gold to full-on cultural lightning rod, and she's owning it. Every jab, every headline, every tweet. But let's be real, there's no neat little bow to wrap around this story. No red table talk, no staged reconciliation, no joint statement with matching hoodies and hashtags. Just wreckage, whispers, and everyone watching for what's next. Because from prison proposals to BET red carpet stunts to alleged naughty tape warfare, this saga has had everything. Love, betrayal, revenge, leaked receipts, and so many blurred lines. But now I gotta pass the mic to y'all. Was Claressa really the villain here? Or was she just caught in a toxic love triangle she didn't start? Did Papoose play the long game for public sympathy? Or is he just a hurt man making messy public mistakes? And should Remy have kept those screenshots to herself? Or was revenge the only way she felt heard? This ain't just drama. This is legacy-level heartbreak played out in real time. And the internet, it's not just watching, it's waiting for the next punch. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay in the loop with all the latest. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll catch you in the next video.